Have you ever been traveling abroad, landed in a new country, and the first thing you did was grab a cheap local SIM card for data? For many of us, that's just part of the travel experience. But if the latest rumors about the iPhone 17 are true, that little ritual may soon be a thing of the past. Here's what's going on. Back in 2022, Apple shook things up when it launched the iPhone 14 in the United States with no physical SIM card slot. Instead, it was eSIM-only. At the time, a lot of people outside the US shrugged and thought, that's their problem, because in Europe, Asia, and most of the world, Apple kept the usual combo of a physical SIM tray alongside eSIM support. But now, according to new reports, Apple may be getting ready to expand the eSIM-only approach beyond the US. Here's why this rumor has people talking. According to a report from Macrumors, retail employees at Apple authorized resellers in the European Union are now being required to complete training specifically about eSIM. The deadline is September 5th, and just 4 days later, Apple is hosting its big eye-dropping event on September 9th, where the iPhone 17 lineup is expected to debut. The timing seems a little too perfect to be a coincidence. It looks like Apple wants its retail staff fully prepared to explain eSIM to customers, and that could be because the iPhone 17 in Europe won't have a physical SIM card slot at all. Now, here's where it gets more interesting. The training information is delivered through Apple's Seed app. That app isn't limited to Europe, it's used worldwide, which means this shift could be a lot bigger than just the EU. Apple could very well be preparing to roll out eSIM-only iPhones in multiple countries. And there have been hints about this before. Rumors from last year suggested that the new iPhone 17 Air, Apple's rumored ultra-thin model, might skip the SIM card slot simply because of its slim design. Some reports even claimed that the entire iPhone 17 family could make the switch. Of course, Apple probably won't go fully global with this change right away. Certain countries, like China, are almost guaranteed to keep physical SIM support. That's because iPhones sold in China offer dual physical SIMs, something local consumers expect and use heavily. But in markets like Europe, Canada, or maybe even parts of Asia, Apple could be ready to follow the US model and say goodbye to the little SIM tray. So what does this mean for you, the user? Well, it depends on how you use your phone. If you're someone who sticks with a single carrier and you don't travel internationally too often, switching to eSIM-only might not feel like a big deal. eSIM can actually make switching carriers